Hello again, this is Franklin and welcome to my channel. Today I am here at Coastal Tool Sales and Rental, and they have all kinds of stuff here. Backhoes, bobcats, extension, loaders, forklifts, many generators, and a lot of broken stuff. But they are closing down for good. So they are getting rid of a bunch of stuff. It's Coastal Tool Sales in Corpus Christi, Texas. Now, this little beauty right here, I did a job for them. I fixed their little backhoe for them yesterday. I changed the oil cooler on it. I don't know if you saw it. But instead of paying me, they gave me this machine right here. Let's check it out. It's got a Deutsch. I just need the engine. It's got a Deutsch air-cooled diesel, and I have a roller that needs an air-cooled diesel. I will first fix it and make sure it welds, and then I'll make another generator to put on it, like another maybe a Kubota I'll put on or something like that. Easy generator. This is a Miller Blue 400D. I just want the engine out of it. That's all I need. So I don't know what I'll do with the rest. I hope the engine's good, but you never know with these guys. So if not, we'll swap the engine out and put in a Kubota. And if you're looking for anything, any type of equipment, this is the. Okay, I've gotten it back to my shop. So this is the one that I got from Coastal Tool Rental. It's a rental place here in Corpus Christi. They are going out of business and they are selling everything. Tomorrow the 30th and on the 1st, which is Saturday and Sunday, they're going to have an auction. They're going to get rid of everything else. So that's it, the next 2 days. Tomorrow and the next day, they're going to get rid of everything else. They're going to have an auction. There's a number on the side, though. At the beginning of the video, I left the number. So if you don't make it to the auction, you can probably still call. And if you're looking for any kind of equipment, they may still have it available. But the first thing we're going to do with this one right here, it's kind of ugly because it's probably at the beach, and the salt water does a good toll on it. So I didn't actually pay any money for it. I did a job and the guy paid me with this. So what we're gonna do first is make sure the engine's not locked up. I'll put a wrench on this big nut right here and see if it'll turn, because I really don't know. I didn't even check it out, because they usually run around 20 grand brand new. So if I can fix it and get around 10,000, 6 out of it, I'll be happy. But basically what I want is this engine. So I'm hoping the engine will work. I don't see any holes in the block. So that's what these things here. It says Deutsch air-cooled diesel. So it's a diesel engine, but it has no radiator. This shroud here, it sucks in air through this little fan right here, and this air is blown through all around the engine. That's what keeps it cool. The difference is that it has to run so much faster to maintain that cool, to keep the engine cool. So normally when like a little Kubota diesel will run around 1800 RPMs cruising speed, these are up above 3000. So they run really fast. So they get twice as much wear because they're going twice as fast, So they don't last that long. But these Deutsch engines are very expensive, starting at $8,000 brand new, starting. So if I can get this sucker to work, that'd be really good, because I have a roller over there that needs this engine. So hopefully it's a good engine. Okay, see this roller here? I bought this roller for $500 at another auction. But if you look at it, let me open this thing up. It's got the same engine as that welder, but it's got one little extra surprise right there. See the big hole? That's the only problem with this roller. That's a pretty big hole. So this engine's shot. But what I'm gonna do is I'll pull this engine out, because the roller's actually not that bad. I mean, it's ugly, but it can be restored, and they usually go for around 6,000-7,000, like this. So I'll pull the engine out of that welder over there and put it in this one right here in this roller, and then I have a few Kubota engines. I'll just put in a little Kubota 2203 or 2403 in that welder and get it back going. Okay, the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure the engine's not locked up before we get into anything, before we even unload it. That determines where we're going to put it at. If it's locked up, we'll just put it in the back and work on it later, break it free. But let's put the socket on there, and we'll see, because you never know if it could be locked up. These things move so fast, and it's probably been parked for many years. Who knows how long it's been parked. So let's put a ratchet on there. This is the crankshaft right here. So we're gonna put this in there, see if we can get it to move. Let's push it down. Let's see. Hey, free. I saw it move. So it's not locked up. That's a good sign. Let's try it again to make sure. Oh yeah, moves freely. Seems to have good compression too. So that's a good start. I mean, even if the generator doesn't work, it could be that it had a problem and didn't weld. But I don't really want the engine right now. I can fix the welder later and put on a Kubota engine. The engine turns, so that's a really, really good thing. So what we'll do now is we'll get some diesel and prime it up and put a battery on it and see if we can start it. Let me get it off the trailer first and park it somewhere, and then we'll see if we can get it started. See what happens. I took off this cover. It's pretty rusted. When I get it done eventually, I have to take off all the covers. I probably take it to a body shop and let them make new ones, or see what it costs to buy new ones. But it doesn't look too bad inside there. Doesn't look like the engine's been, there's no holes on the side of the engine, and it doesn't appear to be burned either. So we'll try to start it now. We'll hook up the battery. We'll have to change this battery cable here just to cut it, and it's missing the ground cable, so we'll have to get in some two cables, a ground cable and a positive cable. We'll put a battery on it and see if it'll crank, and then we'll go from there. First thing we're going to do is fix this cable here. And this should be a 7/16. We'll check it out. Okay, as you can see, it's still kind of not very tight. We'll check it out first. If it's not tight enough, then we'll flip it over and use the other side. Okay, let's see how tight it gets. It should be okay. Sometimes the wire's too small for the connector. Doesn't fit good, so you can actually just flip this part over or bang it down a little bit. But that should be okay. That's the positive cable. Now let's connect the negative cable. Put the negative here. Okay, we'll connect the ground wire right here. As you can see, it's already one ground there, chassis, and that'll give it a ground straight to the chassis of the generator, which will make it work good. So let's take this one off here. Should be 11/16. And there we go. Okay, here's our ground wire thing. We'll stick it on there. Put them both on there. Okay, almost tightened. Get it good and tight so I make a good connection. Okay, now let's connect the battery up. Okay, we're going to connect the battery now just to give it a quick test to see if it's going to crank. When you put the battery on, you always connect the positive first and always disconnect the negative first. That way there's no problem of grounding. So we're just going to see if it'll turn over first before we do anything else, so we don't waste time. Okay, and we'll put the ground here, the ground on the negative thing there. Okay, we're just going to see if it turns over a little bit first. Let's see if it cranks. Let's give it a crank. Okay, here's your crank here. Something came on, the fuel pump came on, and it shows fuel is full. Oh, almost started up. Started right up. Okay. Wow, that's surprising. Okay, let's get a voltmeter and see if we have any power output. That's strange. It's been parked for 6 years and it started right up. Okay, let me get a volt. Okay, it started right up, and let's take a look here and see if it has any voltage output. Supposedly it wasn't working for 6 years. Let's see if we got any. I can't let it run long because there's no belt on it, but let's try it. We can't let it run long because we don't want it to burn up for the belt. But we can see if it has any voltage output. If it was. It does have voltage, has 10, almost has 10 though. So the problem is probably going to be the voltage output. And let me see. I need to check this one here. Let's see if it'll. Can't check that. This one says 240. Let's check this one here. See if we get voltage there. 240 AC. Let's see if we get that one to work. It says DC welding machine. Let's check this here. Okay. We should get 220 AC if it's actually working there. Let's check that. Okay, no voltage output. Okay, so the engine runs good, but there's no voltage output. And that could be for many reasons. Okay, so the engine on this thing seems to sound very, very good and runs very well. So what we're going to do is any part you buy for this machine is going to cost an arm and a leg. So the circuit boards are thousands of dollars, and the armature you're talking 4 or 5 grand a piece. So what we're probably going to do is pull this engine out because it works really good, and we're going to put it in this Ingersoll Rand roller right here, because this machine here has the exact same engine, but it has a hole in the block. So we're going to pull this engine out and put that engine in here. And then later on, we'll put the little Kubota 2403 in this one. We'll fix the generator later and put a Kubota generator here, a Kubota with a radiator. And so, because they do come with Kubotas also. This one has a Deutz air-cooled diesel, but they also come with the Kubota 2403, I believe it is. So what we'll do is we'll pull this engine out, put it on the roller, and then we'll put a Kubota in this one. And then depending on what the price of the parts to repair it is, because the parts on these things are astronomical, they're extremely expensive. But all I really wanted was the engine, and the engine works good. So let's go from there. Thank you very much for watching my channel. The generator end in this particular unit is no good, but the engine works great, and that's exactly what I needed. So I'll take that engine out and put it in that roller that I have. And I appreciate you watching my video. See you in the next one. Please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.